Hello everyone, I'm Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network of thepulsenetwork.com, and this is another conversation leading up to the 2012 NAB show and the great content shift taking place across the industry. Now right now we're going to bring in Robert Bell. He's the Executive Director of the World Teleport Association. Robert, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Excellent. So let's talk about the great content shift, and especially the shifting technology and the shift in strategies. I'm kind of anxious. Give me your thoughts right now on kind of what's really taking place as far as content distribution in television at this point in time.
Oh, it's morphing tremendously. Of course, it used to all be one very straightforward process. You pumped up a bunch of content to a satellite and a cable head end, or a consumer direct at home, or an affiliate station brought it down in the U.S. and life was good. Now we have this multiplication of platforms and sometimes viewers viewing or consuming the same content in two different ways on two different platforms at the same time. All of that content has to be generated somehow, and it all has to be delivered somehow, and the routes through which it's being delivered are increasingly complex. So it's a very exciting world, but it's definitely reshaping the landscape.
I was going to say, we're obviously hearing a lot of talk about, that word second screen. Everybody is focusing in on second screen right now and everything that's really taking place with that. Are companies and different providers out there, are they focusing at this point in time still on the content, or are they still shifting that focus to that second screen? Or is it kind of, we're kind of spreading ourselves a little bit thin on both parts of it?
Well, it's not really an either or, is it? I mean, the content has to evolve to take other screens into account, and yet one of the things that I like to say is that distribution drives decisions. How we distribute it is inevitably going to affect how the content is conceived, produced, and created actually in the studio. It's interesting. I think that the jury is still out on most of this stuff, and really that's what makes it interesting. We did a study this just past year called Future TV, trying to look at the effect of all of these new distribution technologies on the service providers who are our members. And one of them said something to me that really stuck out in my mind. She said that in their opinion, their informed opinion after doing research themselves, they didn't think that the connected TV, the smart TV, was really going to be a long-term player because it's too disruptive in the living room. If I'm watching a program, I really don't want you to open up 5 windows to check up on 5 other things. Their company thinks that it's all going to be basically about the TV in the living room and a second screen that gives you a supplementary experience. Whether it's true or not, who knows, but I thought it was a very interesting insight.
Definitely interesting for sure. Interesting stuff without a question. He is Robert Bell of the World Teleport Association. I am Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network. Another conversation in the books leading up to the 2012 NAB show.